Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Anna English. We're really happy to have you here with us today, wherever you're listening from.
Hi, everyone. My name is Luca. It's great to be back with you on Anna English and spend this time learning together.
And I'm Anna. This is Anna English, where we practice English through real conversations, real thoughts, and real life topics.
If you enjoy learning English with us, please like this episode and subscribe to Anna English so you can join us again next time.
Luca, today feels a little special to me. Not exciting in a loud way, but calm and meaningful.
That's interesting. What makes it feel special?
This morning, I woke up earlier than usual. Before checking my phone, I just lay there for a moment and started thinking.
Thinking about work?
No, surprisingly not. I started thinking about myself and about this year.
That sounds like a dangerous thought before coffee.
Maybe a little, but it actually felt good. I kept asking myself one question.
Let me guess. Where do you see yourself this year?
Exactly. It sounds simple, but when you really think about it, it opens up a lot.
I agree. That question can feel exciting, but also a bit uncomfortable.
Yes, because it makes you stop and look at where you are now. And not everyone likes doing that.
That's very true. So when you asked yourself that question, what did you see?
Honestly, I expected to see something big and dramatic, but the picture that came to my mind was very quiet.
Quiet pictures are usually the most honest ones.
I saw myself in the morning, sitting at a small table near the window. The light was soft and everything felt slow.
That already sounds very peaceful.
It was. My phone wasn't there, which felt strange at first, but also very freeing.
Many people would love to start their day like that.
I had a notebook and a pen and just a few minutes for myself. I wasn't planning my whole life or setting big goals. I was just writing a short list for the day and checking in with myself, asking, what matters today?
That's a powerful habit. It keeps life from feeling overwhelming.
Exactly. This year, I don't want to feel like I'm always running behind something.
I think a lot of people listening can relate to that feeling.
After that quiet moment, I saw myself walking into the kitchen. And yes, coffee was still there.
Good. That makes the vision much more realistic.
Some habits are non-negotiable, but I also saw something new in the kitchen this year.
Something new sounds interesting.
I saw flour on the table, sugar nearby, and me standing there thinking, okay, what do I do next?
That definitely sounds like baking.
Yes, I see myself learning how to bake, slowly and imperfectly. Not because I want to be amazing at it, but because I want to enjoy doing something with my hands.
Baking really teaches patience. You can't rush it.
Exactly. And I see mistakes in that picture too. I imagine forgetting an ingredient, realizing it too late, and just standing there for a second.
That happens to everyone.
Yes, but instead of getting angry, I see myself smiling and trying again,
That mindset is useful for so many things in life.
especially for learning English. Mistakes don't mean failure, they mean you're learning.
I completely agree.
And in that picture, I'm not alone in the kitchen. I see friends coming over later in the day.
That sounds nice.
We're sitting around the table talking about simple things, work, family, small plans, nothing serious.
That kind of conversation feels very natural.
Yes, food helps people relax, and relaxed people speak more freely.
And that's usually when English feels easier too.
Exactly. That's the kind of English I want more of this year.
I really like that picture, Anna. It feels calm, balanced, and very real.
Thank you. What about you, Luca? When you ask yourself the same question, where do you see yourself this year?
The first thing that comes to my mind is health, not in an extreme way, but in a steady way.
That sounds like a strong foundation.
I see myself outside early in the morning, walking in the park, not rushing, just moving and breathing.
Early mornings seem to be a theme today.
They're quiet, and I like starting the day without noise. At first, I'm just walking, then slowly, after some time, I start running a little.
No pressure, just progress.
Exactly. I've learned that being too strict with myself never lasts. Consistency matters more than intensity.
That's such an important lesson, especially for learners.
And of course, in my picture, I'm wearing new running shoes.
New shoes always make goals feel more official.
They do. Mine are blue.
Blue feels calm and confident at the same time.
That's the energy I want this year. After health, I also see travel. Not fast travel, but slow travel.
I like how you say that.
I see myself walking through old streets, sitting in small cafes, watching everyday life.
That kind of travel really stays with you.
It does. And even when the language is different, English helps me connect.
English really becomes a bridge in moments like that.
Exactly. And thinking about all of this makes me realize something. You don't need a perfect plan for the year. You just need a clear direction.
When we talk about these pictures of the future, Luca, I notice something interesting. None of them feel heavy or stressful, and I think that's very important.
I was thinking the same thing. They don't sound like pressure. They sound like choices.
Yes, exactly. And when something feels like a choice, not an obligation, it's much easier to stay with it.
That's especially true for learning English. Many people stop because it starts to feel like a duty instead of an opportunity.
I agree. Some learners tell themselves, I must learn English, and that word must already feels heavy.
It does. It sounds like a punishment, not an opportunity.
This year, I want our listeners to change that feeling. Instead of I must, I want them to think I can.
That small change makes a big difference. I can feels open, but I must feels tight.
Exactly. When English feels open, people experiment more.
They try new words. They speak even when they're not sure.
And that's when real learning happens. Not when everything is perfect, but when it's a little messy.
Just like baking.
Yes, everything really comes back to baking today, but it's true. When something goes wrong, you learn more than when everything goes right.
That's a great comparison. Mistakes become information, not failure.
I think many English learners are afraid of sounding strange. They worry people will judge them.
That fear keeps a lot of people quiet.
Yes, and silence feels safe, but it also stops growth.
Very true. Nothing improves if it never gets used.
This year, I want our listeners to speak English in very small ways. Not speeches, not presentations, just simple moments. Ordering coffee, asking a question, sending a short message.
Those moments don't look impressive, but they are powerful.
Because they build trust with yourself. You start thinking, oh, I can actually do this.
Confidence grows quietly like that.
Yes, quietly and slowly, and that's okay.
I think social media makes people feel impatient. Everyone shows fast success, but not the slow process.
That's such a good point. We rarely see the boring days.
Or the days when nothing seems to change.
But those days matter too. They're part of the journey.
Exactly. And English learning is a long journey.
Luca, do you remember a time when you felt stuck with English?
Yes, very clearly. There was a time when I felt like I wasn't improving at all.
That feeling is very common.
It is. But later, I realized something important.
What was that?
I was improving, just not in a way I could see immediately. My listening was getting better before my speaking.
That's such an important insight.
Many learners don't notice silent progress, but it's real progress.
I love the phrase silent progress. It sounds very gentle.
It is gentle, and it's usually the strongest kind.
This year, I want our listeners to respect that kind of progress, not just test scores or perfect sentences, but understanding more, feeling less afraid.
And feeling more comfortable in conversations.
Comfort is such an underrated goal. When you're comfortable, you speak more naturally.
And when you speak naturally, people understand you better.
Exactly. Communication improves even if grammar isn't perfect.
That's real-life English.
I also think habits play a big role here. Not big habits, but small ones.
Small habits are easier to keep.
Yes, listening to English for 10 minutes. Speaking one sentence out loud. Writing one short note.
Those habits don't feel scary.
And because they don't feel scary, people actually do them.
Consistency beats motivation every time.
I completely agree. Motivation comes and goes, but habits stay when they fit your life.
That's such an important idea.
This year doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to be steady.
Steady progress creates real change.
When I imagine our listeners at the end of this year, I don't see perfection. I see confidence. I see calm.
I see people who aren't afraid to try anymore.
Yes, people who think, I'm still learning and that's okay.
That mindset changes everything.
And I think that's a good place to continue from.
Yes, because once the mindset changes, everything else follows.
Luca, right now I don't feel excited or nervous. I just feel calm, like things are a little clearer than before.
I feel the same way, not like everything is solved, but like there's less noise in my head.
Yes, exactly. That quiet feeling is something I really appreciate.
It's the feeling you get after a good conversation. Nothing dramatic, just steady.
I think many people listening might feel that too. Not suddenly confident, but a little more comfortable with where they are.
And that comfort matters more than we realize.
It really does. When you feel comfortable, you stop fighting yourself all the time.
You stop asking, am I good enough yet?
And you start asking, what's my next small step?
That question feels much kinder.
Luca, when you think about the end of this year, what kind of feeling do you hope to have?
I hope to feel steady, not rushed, not pressured, just steady in my own pace.
That word keeps coming back today, steady.
Because steady lasts. Fast progress feels exciting, but it disappears quickly.
I think a lot of people are tired of chasing fast progress.
Especially when they compare themselves to others online.
Yes, comparison quietly takes away confidence.
And it makes people forget how far they've already come.
This year, I really hope our listeners spend less time looking sideways,
and more time checking in with themselves.
asking simple questions like, am I a little better than yesterday?
Asking simple questions like, am I a little better than yesterday?
Or even, did I show up today?
Showing up counts more than people think.
Luca, I also want to talk about tiredness for a moment, because learning English can be exhausting sometimes.
That's very true. Mental effort gets heavy, even when motivation is there.
If someone listening feels tired right now, I want them to hear this clearly. Feeling tired does not mean you are failing.
It usually means you've been trying.
Exactly. And trying takes energy.
Resting is not quitting. Those are two very different things.
Yes, resting is allowed. Very allowed.
Sometimes rest is what helps everything settle.
I hope our listeners give themselves permission to rest when needed, without guilt.
Guilt makes learning heavier than it needs to be.
Luca, when people learn English, they often think confidence comes first.
But actually, action comes first.
Yes, confidence usually comes later.
After many small moments of using English,
Ordering coffee, asking a simple question.
or understanding a sentence without translating.
Those moments don't look impressive from the outside, but they change how you feel inside.
And feelings matter.
They really do. When you feel capable, you speak more.
And when you speak more, you improve naturally.
It's a quiet cycle, but a powerful one.
That's real learning.
I also hope our listeners stop waiting for a perfect moment. There is no perfect time to feel ready.
Most people feel ready only after they start.
Exactly. Readiness is built, not found.
And applies to English and to life.
Luca, talking about all of this makes me feel grounded. Like, I don't need to rush into the future.
I feel the same. Just taking the next step feels enough.
Before we finish, I'd love to leave our listeners with one simple thought.
Something they can carry with them after this episode.
If you're listening right now, you don't need to change everything this year. You just need to keep moving in a way that feels honest and sustainable for you.
Small steps matter. Quiet progress matters.
And showing up on ordinary days matters more than you think.
We're really glad you spent this time with us today.
Yes, it truly feels like sitting down with friends and talking about real things.
If this conversation helped you feel calmer or clearer, we'd love for you to come back and spend more time with us.
You can listen again while walking, cooking, or relaxing. English fits into life in many gentle ways.
And if you feel like sharing, leave a comment. We really enjoy reading them.
Thank you for being here and for learning English in your own way at your own pace.
Take care of yourself, keep going gently, and we'll see you again very soon on Anna English. Bye-bye for now.